What's up, boys and girls? This is Site4077, and welcome to another episode of Blast from the Past. This week, we're actually going 150 years into the future. We are playing Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Well, what happened was there was a global war, destroyed the Earth, ended humanity, blah, blah, blah. There are some people left, but not very many. And there are lots and lots of mechs, or robots, okay? And they're actually still following their program sequence to, well, eradicate any kind of hostile threats, i.e. us, humans, any humans, okay? Speaking of humans, we actually play the main character, whose name is Monkey, and he is voiced by Andy Serkis. Here's the backstory, okay? Monkey and his sidekick that you'll see here in a little bit, her name is Trip. They were both on a slave ship, and, well, the slave ship started going down. She took the escape pod. He took the outside of the escape pod because she wouldn't let him in, and they crashed to Earth. He woke up with a slave headband on his head that she actually put there. Well, the reason why is because she wants him to do her bidding just so she can save her village and her family. You know, if she would have just asked nicely, maybe he would have said, yes, I will help you. But they are from two different places, I guess, you know, in the universe, I'd imagine. Because, I mean, you know, obviously he's a slave and, well, he is a slave now. I don't know what he did beforehand. But he must have been some kind of a fighter. Anyways, our weapon is a staff of sorts. And it also doubles as a projectile weapon. You can shoot two kinds of ammo. One is plasma, like a plasma missile. The other one is a stun type of missile. And some of the mechs actually have shields, so you actually have to take down that shield before you can take them down. And it doesn't matter if you're fighting up close or not. You have to do that. Some mechs, however, it doesn't matter. You have to find a different way to take them down. You got to get up close to get them and take them out, because that stun will not even work, nor will the plasma missile. So she does have a few gadgets of her own. She's got this type of like dragonfly camera. She can look ahead on the battlefield, and that way we can kind of get an idea on what we're up against and sort of like plan an attack and everything. If I need to get somewhere up ahead and I need to flank the enemy, I can actually hold down one of the shoulder buttons, which is the L1 button, and tell her, hey, distract them. And there's, you know, she'll distract them for a certain amount of time until she has to recharge again, and then it'll start shooting at me again. Also, if you're close enough to her, because you can't do that all the time, you have to be close enough to her. Not real close, but close enough, and you'll be able to tell. You can also tell her to run when you need her to run. If it's, you know, the area is safe or you're actually distracting the enemy for her, you can tell her to run. Also, if you want to do upgrades, you have to have her kind of nearby, because that's how you do upgrades. You can't do it through the start menu, which kind of sucks, and I don't like that about the game. I like being able to do upgrades, like, you know, pretty much on the fly, you know, instead of actually having to wait for her, because there's certain parts in the game where she was nowhere near me, like the whole chapter, and I needed to do an upgrade. I wanted to do an upgrade, you know, or a few upgrades, and I couldn't do it because she wasn't anywhere near me. Yeah, I know, I should have did it beforehand, but I wasn't thinking, you know, because I hadn't played this game for 3 years. And that was another stupid thing that I did, because since I hadn't played it in so long, I jumped right in because I had some save files, and I was on like chapter 6 or 7. I couldn't even remember what any of the buttons did or anything, so I had to go to the manual and find out what the hell's going on. Now, of course, this game has a lot of climbing in it as well. Very reminiscent of Uncharted, or Tomb Raider, or Prince of Persia. But, just like all those games, there's always going to be some crumbling, so you want to, you know, don't take your time, because you never know when a wall's going to fall, and you're going to fall with it and die. Also, don't run too far away from Trip, because being that you have that slave headband on, if she dies, you die, and vice versa. And also, she will start messing with your brain if you try to get too far, and it'll really screw you up. There are masks throughout the game that kind of spin in the air. It's your headband kind of malfunctioning, And when you grab those masks, they're like collectibles. It'll show you like a real short clip of what Monkey had saw before the war and what his life was like. But they're really short, so it's only like a few seconds long. But all in all, this game's not too bad. It can get annoying here and there when you get overwhelmed. You can block with your staff. I wasn't doing that because, well, I wasn't used to playing it, so, you know, I'm not going to remember everything. That's something I probably should have worked on, though. Yeah, but I don't know what the hell this mech was doing, but I should have blocked that. But he was just walking around, so I'm surprised I even got through this part at all, because that turret, I couldn't take it out. Also, there's surfing in this game. Yes, that is known as a cloud. There's a few parts that you actually use this in, and I wish there was more parts into it, because it's just fun. It's fun to do. It kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of, well, Ratchet and Clank with the hover boots. And I always like doing that, flying all around. So I wish there was more of it, but hey, you know, the little bit there is, I enjoyed it. All in all, it's not too bad of a game. I'd pick it up. It's been out since 2010, and it's definitely worth a play, you know. Check it out. But we are coming to the end of this video, and we'll be back next week with another episode of Blast from the Past, and who knows, it might be set in the past. I don't know. But until then, this is sicko4077 saying thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.